Welcome back to Champions League, everybody. I hope you got some water, some food, petted any available animals, grabbed a bit of fresh air, and are ready for the show. Because we've got a great second match of the night for you between Tier 1 and LSV. I'm still Kvox, and casting with me is still Twix. How are you doing tonight, Twix?
Doing pretty good. Can't believe we are still in the booth together, but we have a great matchup here tonight. Tier 1 versus LSV, where we have multiple core players for Tier 1 with Tragic Bassin and I don't Mertnu, I guess. And then for LSV, they're kind of in like a little bit of a winning area right now with core players Bubbles, Summit, Zach, and their captain Lights Out. So it's going to be a good game today. Kvox, what are your predictions?
I'm not really a betting man, and I've learned the hard way that maybe I should stay that way. But I'm very interested in seeing what Cubnuts does over on Tier 1, because when he's good, he's really good. He's a great playmaker, and he's very good at spotting his moment to interrupt opposing plays and break up whatever they're going to do. And he has great synergy with Tragic. Usually White Fang's here, or that's where I've seen him the past few matches, and don't mistake Tier 1's record for their level because this is a strong team, even though they are on a two-match skid. I'm interested in seeing how they make up for what happened last week, where they did have to forfeit. Nobody likes going down without even getting to play, and I'm just interested in seeing what happens when Lone Star Velocity takes the pitch from them. Is there anyone you have an eye on?
Not really. But if there was a person to have an eye on, it would probably be Bubbles being the highest ranked player in the entire lobby. So we should see if he can come out and show that he deserves to be the highest rating in this lobby. So honestly, it's gonna be a great matchup, and I am happy to be casting with you tonight.
I absolutely feel the same way. The predictions are live. Everybody, get your points on the line. If you are not like me and you are a betting man, woman, they, them, or sentient plant, we have some great Rocket League on the line, and I'd love to see your predictions, your opinions, your wild speculation.
Honestly, I think I'm going to go Tier 1 here tonight, Kvox. I think that they can definitely beat this Lone Star Velocity team, and I think that they can do it in a calm 4 games.
4 games. That's interesting. I wouldn't be surprised to see a game 5, honestly. I'm not entirely confident on which way I want to sway on that breeze, but I think a full 5 games is reasonable to guess, and we very much deserve it. I don't know about you, but I always love seeing more Rocket League.
I definitely love seeing more Rocket League, but uh, I mean, it's heartbreaking for the team that loses that game 5, and it's like you just won the NBA Finals for that team that won that game 5. Even though it is still the regular season, I think this could be a great matchup tonight.
Yeah, we don't have any Jalen Brunson or Victor Wembanyama on the pitch tonight, but Bubbles is starting to look like a bit of a competitor for that slot. Bubbles is definitely the scariest man in this lobby, as you were pointing out, the highest rating. I'm really interested in seeing what Lights Out is able to do with wielding that pressure. Once we see how this all plays out, they are about to take the pitch, everybody. They're all loading in. We have at any moment now kickoff. Twix, what do you think are going to be the big things for fans to watch for when we get underway?
Honestly, I think fans need to watch for if Bubbles can come out into the series and ball out like that 285 rating he is. Or we could see Tier 1 use the power of friendship with the 271, 235, and 200 on the pitch tonight. Game 1 has kicked off. Tier 1 versus LSV is underway.
Already you're seeing Besson take that shot. He takes the demo in exchange. Bubbles playing incredibly physically, trying to remove the defenders and create no possible save for the shooting lanes his team is occupying. I'm already seeing the shape of this series, Twix. This is going to be incredibly physical. There's going to be car parts flying all night.
Most definitely. And we're already seeing offense and defense whip out from both teams already in the first 45 seconds of this match. So it might be a little bit of a cat and mouse game if people cannot get it under control.
cat and mouse. If the mice and the cats both had bazookas, the way Bubbles is going, bumps Bassin long. Bassin's still able to meet the air, win the aerial 50. That threatens the goal, but Cubnuts is able to get it. Drops down to Bubbles. He's taking it to the wall. Bassin's already squaring up to intercept. He doesn't have enough boost for a play, but you know who does? Tragic. Tragic clears it away. Cubnuts makes the save. It's back towards the corner again. Bassin goes up into the air. Cubnuts tries to get it. He doesn't really have a good angle to get any power on that, but him and Tragic are trying to transition up the field. Lights Out is carrying the ball again. Cubnuts sends it long, but Zach gets a demo from Cubnuts. He clears through. No!
Go. Lights Out. Gonna get the clear into tier 1 corner. Can Lone Star make a play out of this, or will tier 1 be able to bite back at him with a little bit of a in transition offense? It right now is looking like LSV could do it, or am I wrong? Cubnuts is gonna send it all the way to LSV's corner. Tragic off the backward, looking for Bassin. Bassin denied by Bubbles. It is going the other way. The tennis court is not what I was thinking I was gonna be casting tonight, K-Vox.
Yeah, Cubnuts takes a dangerous gamble there, dunking it towards his own net so his teammates can clear it downfield. That does work out for him this time. I wouldn't pull that out too often. And the demos are just flying. There goes Lights Out with one. Bubbles has no opposition. Oh my goodness! That was certainly a defensive decision. Bubbles sends it up high. Bassin takes it. He tries to get it. It bounces off the back of his car, and Bubbles has an easy second touch with a wide open net. That's not how you want the first go of the series to happen, Twix. I'm interested in seeing how they can adjust.
Me too. I mean, that was a not the best touch from Bassin, and it will bite him right in the bumper here when they go down 1-0. I mean, can they recover from this? I mean, we have Lights Out in the GMC absolutely hauling through all the defenders with the demos coming out big time because Bubbles had demoed one of Tier 1's opponents in that little scene we saw with Bassin and the touch that he did not want on the side. So can Tier 1 recover from that? Bubbles is going to send it, but Cubnuts is going to try and get there in time. Bassin from the roof, going to waste his jump and just air dribble it all the way to the corner, looking for a cuckster, but Cubnuts going to clear it, and Bubbles going for a shot. Maybe he's going to get it, almost gets it to go. Tragic clears, and Bassin going to take it right back to Lone Star's corner.
Yeah, Lights Out and Bubbles are both trying to get it happening. Tragic takes the ball. The transition's missed. Lights Out can't quite get to it. Tragic has a long lane, steals the boost on the way. Bubbles can't get to it. He sends it right to Cubnuts, who sinks it in.
I mean, wow, Bubbles did not get the touch he wants. Basically just gave it to Cubnuts for free. That is not how you want to give up Tier 1's first goal. It is tied with just over a minute left. Who will take game 1?
At this rate, the way they are both going with this much energy, A, I think we're going to have an incredible series because these two are just holding nothing back. But B, you have to consider the fatigue at some point. Both mental fatigue and Rocket League is surprisingly physical. There's a lot of central nervous system stimulus. You have the grip, you have posture, you have volleying communications, you have a wide open net that Bassin sinks straight in. Look at this. Everyone is stuck in that corner. The main defender is cleared. Bubbles is racing after it, but that demo is what created the open shooting lane for Bassin.
Great demos coming out from Tier 1. They have taken the 1-goal lead here with just 40 seconds left. Can Lone Star come back at them with a goal of their own, or will game 1 go in Tier 1's way? As Bubbles gonna try and get it from the corner, gonna try and beat Tragic. Tragic denied to the corner, 25 seconds left. Looking for Bubbles in the midfield. Bubbles shot on net, it is good! Oh my goodness, K-Box, please break this down for me.
Zach takes it off that. He knows Bubbles is there. That's a beautiful infield pass. But what happens here is Bassin tries to backflip into it and pinch it out. He must have had a bad angle on his car because the physics just resolved the wrong way. We could easily have been talking about an incredible save right there, as opposed to Bubbles having sunk it in. But we're really seeing why he's rated 285, in my opinion.
I mean, I definitely agree. We are winding down into the final 10 seconds here. Let's see if some magic can happen for Tier 1. They are pushing the offensive side. Lights out, not going to get the clear once. Cubnuts from the rooftop. Bassin looking for a shot, denied by Zach. The ball's still up. Who will get it? Lights out, pop middle, trying to find Bubbles. Bubbles denied, and it will hit the ground. We have overtime in game 1.
Overtime's always fun for the fans, but it is stressful on the players. We saw last series tonight that an overtime in game 1 seemed to lead to a mental collapse of sorts. And I would not be surprised with how hard these players are going if that's a danger here. Right now, we have Tier 1 with a lot of the early momentum. Ball goes off the ceiling. Zach fields it. Tragic's in the corner trying to make something happen. Bassin gets it off the crossbar, going for an infield pass. Probably looking for Cubnuts there. Zach's in goal. Tragic's in the air. He's facing 2 defenders on ground level. Pinches it off himself. Cubnuts goes after it. Can't quite get up there in time. Bassin sends it high. That's no good. Bassin's not able to finish it off. Zach sends it back down to earth. Tragic's up there again. He's got Cubnuts waiting for it. Cubnuts in midfield. That's going high and low and dropping down. Bassin's got another shot. Takes it to the air, but all 3 defenders are back. I don't see him getting through it. No, he cannot. Can Tragic? No, he goes for a second touch. He whips, and this is just very defensive right now. Both teams are showing great defense.
They definitely are, and I mean, the offense is there for both teams, but the defense is what is making this overtime special. A minute and 15 seconds of overtime, that was almost just not gonna happen anymore with a shot on net by Cubnuts, but a little too wide. Cubnuts, another shot on net, denied by Bubbles. Nobody's back! Will Bassin, little too high. It's pop middle. Is anybody up? 2 players up, no boost. It is heading the other way for LSV, but again, just right back at LSV's side here. It's up. Bubbles is up, looking for the redirect. Trying to get that waterfall touch. Another touch. Gonna get denied by Bubbles. Zach looking for a shot right off the crossbar. Not gonna get it to go. The defense, as we were just talking about, is there for both teams. Lights out looking for one, but denied by Bassin. Oh my goodness. What is going on with both teams?
What's going on is A, very strong defense, and B, sometimes the offensive rotations are starting to break down a little. LSV, we've seen a couple times where a touch is created and it's a great shooting opportunity presented, but no one's really in the right place to field it, and they have to turn their car at an awkward angle to create a shot at. Oh my goodness! Cubnuts with the win! Look at this, Twix. Look at this. Takes it off lights out. Tragic sends it up towards the crossbar. All the defenders are too low on boost to do anything about Cubnuts, who's waiting on the ground level for that ball to come down and sends it home. What a way to take game 1.
What a way to take game 1 indeed. And I think that LSV was definitely expecting for this game 1 win, but you know, going to overtime, they kind of got the jitterbugs here. And Tier 1 took advantage of that with the game winner by Cubnuts. What a team play to get that goal in overtime from Tier 1.
I would like to see Lights Out kind of be more of a defensive leader. He's been doing well, and he's leading the team in saves right now, as well as second most shots, 433. So that's 10 shots in all right now. And Bubbles has been doing well. He's been all over the pitch, and Lights Out is creating good opportunities. But that end of overtime was just a complete defensive collapse. Nobody was in the right place at the end of that. Nobody had enough boost to contest Cubnuts. So I'm interested in seeing if the comms sharpen up in this interlude between games.
I mean, it's possible for LSV to get a game 2 win and tie this series up, but it's also possible for Tier 1 to put them on match point. And I mean, but this series can go either way, K-Vox. I mean, right now we're looking at a very heavy defense from both teams, but also very heavy offense. It's literally a game of tag from both teams.
Laser tag at the speed these players are going, that's for for darn sure. As we all take the pitch for game number 2, this is going to be one heck of a game. And honestly, this one might be the big hinge point of the series because it's already mentally tough to lose in overtime as it is. But if you go down a second game after the overtime loss, that can really sink a team's hopes.
It really can. I mean, I've been there before. It really does get your mental down, especially if it's a best of 5 and you have to play multiple games after that. So can they recover from that overtime loss? I think it was about 3 minutes of it. Straight brutal. Tragic is going to try and rip one from the pass from Cubnuts, but it was just a little too wide, and Bubbles would clear it, but Bassin is right there for it. Tragic gonna stay on this ball, looking for Cubnuts down the middle. Cubnuts trying to take a shot, but gonna get denied by Lights Out. Tragic, no one on the back post, and it's good! Tragic, I mean, wow, that is a tragedy for nobody back on the pitch, and Tragic will take advantage of it.
What happened there was nobody was backing Bubbles up. He tries to dribble downfield, and Tragic smacks it right off his car. If there was someone more towards back post with boost, they could have saved that follow-up shot. But this is what I was talking about with both Cubnuts and Tragic. They have very good synergy, and they're very good at identifying the hinge play, where if they interrupt that hinge, Lights Out! Equalizing, and this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Walk us through this one, Twix.
I mean, everybody on Tier 1, no boost, and triple committing. Lights Out is going to basically just dunk it right on all 3 of them with the little backboard lob to himself, and it will equalize this game too.
Yeah, right now that was created for Bubbles. Bubbles is not in a good position for it, loses the ball. Oh, that was just hairs too high. Cubnuts not able to get it in. Bubbles with the flick, that's also too high. Bassin's searching for it, he's trying to get it airborne. He gets it over one defender. Bubbles is racing for it. He almost overshoots, not quite, and also steals the big boost right in front of Cubnuts and Tier 1. Dribbles it in off the double tap. That was coast to coast, right off that boost pad. This is just very, very strong mechanics. You see Cubnuts almost make contact. If he'd hit the car right there, I think that shot misses. But what a shot from Bubbles.
I mean, and that is the prime example of what Thunderbolts does not have, and that is boost management. The boost management from Bubbles to take it from his own corner and still have the boost to get a double tap to take the lead of game 2 is just remarkable. And that is something that only Bubbles could probably do in this series and league.
Poor Thunderbolts, they played an hour and a half ago, and they are being used as the example of bad boost management still. But hey, right now, Tragic is shadowing it. Bassin is there after it. That's going towards the corner. Bubbles is waiting for an opportunity. He's waiting for Lights Out to feed him something. Not quite in the right position. Cubnuts forced to overcommit into the air. Bassin's after it. That's long. That's big. Oh my goodness. Lights Out smacks it down. That would have been a dangerous angle if anyone from Tier 1 was there to support. But as it is, manages to save. The pressure is mounting again. That's straight to Zach. Can Zach follow up? Yes! Zach finishes it!
What a shot from Zach, the Pocket League master himself. Gonna get the pop and going to get a strong touch to get past Bassin, and Tragic was just not ready for it on backboard.
Yeah, also had no boost as we were seeing, so his timing might not have been there. That ball moves deceptively fast. If it's moving straight at you and you're not already moving to where it's going to be, usually it's too late. The ball is faster than you. You can say that in basically any ball sport. Basketball, soccer, Rocket League, you name it, the ball is faster than you.
It really is, and especially if you're for Lone Star right now, because the ball is much faster for Tier 1 to even get a hand up on all 3 of these goals, as Bubble's gonna reset, looking for the musty, is he gonna get it? Tragic denies it at the goal line. That was almost a disgusting shot from Bubbles, but just could not get it to go. 3-1, just 150 left. Can Tier 1 come back down 2?
This is plenty of time to score 2 goals, especially if you factor in kickoff goals. Bassin's trying to create opportunities, but loses the ball in transition. Lights Out carrying it. Tragic contests it. Zach's going for it again. This time he doesn't have an open lane. And right now, Bubbles is going high. No one's really there for him. Tragic sends it up. If he'd gotten that second touch, well, we could talk about ifs all night, but Bubbles was not there in time. And this is really looking in the bag for LSV at the rate they're going.
It really is. With just 1:15 to go, Tier 1 still down 2, and the ball is still being played heavily on their defensive side. They need to get out of this little area that they are in because the defense, it's going to be there all night, but Lone Star will just keep coming at you. They are like a bee. You flee it away, then it's going to come back, and it will bite you, or sting you, as you might say. And here comes Tier 1 trying to make something happen. Is Tragic going to try and dribble through them all? Looking for Cubnuts, but he's not there in time. Bassin trying to still play the offense. It's going to be cleared out by Bubbles. Tragic looking for Bassin. Not going to get it. Going to give it to the GMC driver himself. Lights out. Lights out from the rooftop. Going to fake. And looks like Bassin going to try and clear it. Zach wasn't there, but Cubnuts and Bassin on the goal line. A double commit that you do not want to see with just 30 seconds left.
Yeah, especially with 2 goals to catch up to. That is still kickoff goal range. Lights out sending it up. Bassin sending it down. That was looking for Cubnuts. Cubnuts not in the right position. Not enough boost. Tragic races the ball. He beats the ball. Coming up on 10 seconds left. Running dangerously short on time. We're most likely looking to an equalized series, Wiggs. I mean, look at this. 4 seconds left. No one in possession. No one in danger of contesting the Lone Star at the defensive half. And Lone Star takes a decisive game too, showing that they are not out of this. What I find very interesting here, Twix, is what I was talking about with the mental stress of an overtime loss. This is the exact thing I was talking about where, if possible, if playing a series, you immediately want to seize momentum back.
You do immediately want to seize that momentum, and that is exactly what LSV did in this game. They lose that overtime, and they didn't go down like mentally. They just kept pressing on the gas as we have a possible substitution for LSV with
Interesting.
Lights Out leaving and Summit coming in to possibly take his spot. We might see it has been confirmed. We have Summit coming in to sub in for Lights Out. Could be a difference changer in the series.
That's interesting. I'm a little surprised to see the winning team calling for a sub. If Tier 1 had made a swap after that past game, I would get it. But I'm interested in seeing what Summit brings that LSV wants to bring into the series as we go into Game 3. Presumably, they're trying to hold on to the advantage they just earned. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Summit does.
I'm looking forward to see what he does too. I mean, Lights Out was the MVP of Game 2 for LSV, so a little sub change for that. Maybe it's because Summit is out here to prove that he belongs on this roster, or maybe it's just Lights Out had to go eat dinner. I guess we'll never know. But Summit already looking good as he does get the stop on Cubnuts and gonna be able to get cleared out. But Bassin was there in time, trying to get the waterfall touch. Not gonna get it. Cubnuts raising up, also not gonna get a touch. Bassin gonna beat one, but Zach is going to clear it downfield. And looks like Tragic could possibly take possession, but Zach is there for the 50. I mean, that man is a madman.
Yeah, that is the exact kind of aggression you need. You need to know when to discharge straight in. That almost went in. Bassin contests for Bubbles. Someone takes out Cubnuts on the drive home. That clears the lane for Zach, who sinks it. That is 45 seconds in. First goal of Game 3 after taking out a defender. Look at this pass off the wall to Zach.
That's a beautiful play. Summit gonna get that extra ghost touch, and it's gonna trick all of the defenders for Tier 1, and Zach will just slot that mid-right as he's going to get a big demo here on Cubnuts because he knew Cubnuts was going to go for that ball. It's going to give Bubbles a perfect chance for a pass out. Zach looking for one, going to get denied. The ball still in play. Cubnuts going to clear downfield. He's looking for Tragic, but it's going to be denied by Summit here. But Bassin still pressing on the gas. Can Cubnuts recover? It was almost a shot, but Zach denies. He's looking for the sidewall. He's not going to get it to go. Summit, only man back. No one's back in time. Cubnuts trying to get the equalizer. Not going to get it to go. Tragic. Tragic for Tier 1. Maybe it's because Tragic is on Tier 1, but they really do need to recover.
Yeah, that is exactly what they're trying to do. Summit scores again, at 3 minutes 33 seconds. Zach gets it off the wall. Basson tries. That was a bad touch. It glances off the side of his car and straight into the defensive third, where that is just not exactly where you want to send it. That is bad contact overall. He wanted to get some power on that where he shoots it away, preferably a little airborne. But without a clear, that is just giving your opponent a free shot.
It really is, and I mean, LSV definitely took advantage of that, as Tragic is going to try and look for it, but going to give it to Bubbles. Cubnuts, what a 50. Zach, no boost on the goal line. Going to get the save, though. Zach really showing out in this game 3 here. Bubbles going to absolutely stuff Basson on the goal line. Summit going to beat Cub, who has no boost. Going to 50 Tragic right into the corner. Trying to look for a pass out to Bubbles. Going to get the pass out to Bubbles. Bubbles going to beat Basson. Tragic, 20 boost on the goal line. Can he get back in time? Yes, he will. But Zach there for the shot. Denied by Basson at the goal line. Summit still looking for an offensive play here, but Basson's going to clear it over, but it's going to be the easy save for Bubbles on the goal line. Bubbles going to raise up, looking for that pass out from the backboard, but Cubnuts will clear it.
Yeah, Summit's trying to keep the offensive pressure, keep the ball in Tier 1's half. Zach's going straight in with it, loses the ball. Bubbles already up there again, spending a lot of boost to carry the ball down pitch. That's going into a really bad corner for him. He doesn't really have a good shot. That is cosmetically dangerous. Would have been great if his teammates were there, but both other LSV cars were in the defensive half, presumably getting full on boost. Tries to carry it off. Cubnuts steals the ball for a moment. No one really there to follow through. Tragic loses the ball, went for it. Cubnuts, Basson loses the aerial 50-50. That's back in Tier 1's half. Tragic sends it off the wall, passing to Cubnuts. Zach with the save, but here comes Basson. It's in!
I mean, the pressure from Tier 1 to make this play happen. Cubnuts gonna put a fast shot on net that Zach just had to apply to, and Basson gonna come from the skies and only gonna get the first goal for Tier 1 here. Only down 153 to go. Can they make it happen? Can they tie the game?
They certainly can. That is plenty of time to do it, and I think that was a bit of player reading too, because that was a play that relied on Zach's defensive tendencies. That was something Basson was counting on when he did that follow-up on Cubnuts' shot. So, oh my goodness, can they get that away? That's a bit of an awkward clear, but fortunately for them, nobody in LSV was really in a good position to follow that up with a second touch. Summit tries, but it goes way too high. See, Bubbles is the third car back. He gets that steal. It's headed towards corner. Gets it in front of goal. See what I mean? Summit and Zach are not in a good position to hammer that in. That was a wide open lane that nobody was in a good position to exploit.
Definitely not, but they are still keeping this pressure after that goal from Tier 1. So can they keep it up, as Bubbles is going to try and get the outlet pass that Summit accidentally sent back. Bubbles from the skies, looking for it, gets it to go! Got it past Tragic and all of Tier 1's defense. What a play!
Well, you know what they say in the East End of London, pretty bubbles in the air. They fly so high and nearly reach the sky. And just like my dreams, Bubbles is very much alive in this game.
He definitely is. A Zach looking for another one. Denied by Tragic at the goal line. Fortunately for Tier 1, Basson, no boost. Nobody has boost on the goal line. This is dangerous. But Bubbles gets the whiff and Basson gets the clear. Can they hold on to this lead with just 35 seconds?
It seems like they're prioritizing more widening the gulf than holding on to their lead at the moment with how they keep positioning their cars. And I'm also seeing a lot of awkward defensive stands on both ends of the pitch, where you're seeing lots of low power, low boost shoving matches, just kind of trying to get the ball away from the goal line, away from the immediate attacking threat. Oh my goodness, Zach had to reach for that one. Deceptively low power, but an awkward angle on that one. That is long. That's not too wide at all. Zach with the clincher. You didn't even really need to get that goal, but with 2 seconds left at that wide open a lane, there's no reason not to, especially with everyone else already pressed up far too high to contest.
I mean, yeah, they really didn't, but Zach was literally just trying to get it out of the half. and it just happened to go in. And this game will go in LSV's favor. They will put Tier 1 on match point. Can they get it done in 4?
At this rate, I would not be surprised if they do, and it's very interesting to see how they rallied from that first game. I think that woke them up a bit. I think that forced them to pay attention and to kind of straighten up in their chair. And Zach has especially been a monster in the most recent 2 games. His defensive skills have just been top notch.
The defensive skills have been top notch, but the defense from Lone Star as well. I mean, Tier 1 put on 8 shots and only got 1 to go. And the saves from LSV, they saved 6 shots. So that means that one of the shots from Tier 1 did go in, and one of them was just too far wide. All the others ones were denied by Lone Star. So the defense is there for LSV.
I would be very interested in seeing a return to that style that we saw in the very first game, that extremely physical style, because I think Tier 1 is going to have to start playing ugly, especially when it comes to Zach in goal. Zach is very good at rotating back the goal line, getting in net, and being kind of a defensive pest. He's very good at reaching for the shot, at knocking it away, clearing it away, and I think if Tier 1 wants to make this happen, they're going to need to find a way to deal with that defense.
They will definitely have to find a way to do it. I mean, as we're seeing, the offense already coming out from Tier 1. Summit not going to get a touch. Bubbles looking for that. A bad pop from Cubnuts. Puts it right in front of the net, but it's going to be denied by Tragic. Tragic going to give it right up to Bubbles. Nobody on the goal line. Tragic there. Right place, right time. Literally, I think a pixel up. It might have went into the net. I don't know how he got that save, but it did happen. I mean, that is just some crazy work from Tragic to even be in that position, as we have a double commit come out from Bubbles and Zach here. But I mean, who's gonna get this game going with? I guess we'll have to find out. Cubnut's gonna try and get it to the corner as Zach trying to get it off the thing. Bubbles gonna clear it out to find Summit on that outlet pass. Summit, it's right in front of the net. Can Bubbles recover? No, he cannot. Tragic clears out. Zach, shot on net. It's good! Zach puts LSV up 1 with Tier 1 on match point. 3:58 to go. Oh my goodness, Zach popping off in this series, taking the 1-goal lead. Holy smokes, that is insane. I mean, we're seeing LSV after that overtime loss. They are really still in this match as 2 whiffs come out from LSV. Cubna trying to get the flick, but cannot get it past Bubbles. Bassin trying to look for it as Tragic sidewalls it towards middle, but nobody for Tier 1 is there. As Summit looks for Bubbles on the outlet. It's far down, hits post crossbars, doesn't get it. Summit again, not gonna get it. Oh my goodness, that is insane. I do not know how that ball did not go in the goal here for LSV to go up 2. But I mean, we are seeing an absolute defensive class from LSV. Here comes Bubbles.
Defensive masterclass. I mean, this defense from LSV is just insane right now.
It most definitely is insane, as Zach does get back in time for the little backboard slap here. SBC looking middle for Bubbles. Bubbles rises up. Summit, little boost, doesn't get the touch he wants, but it's all good as LSV still has possession. Doubles, rises up. The demo, oh my goodness, wait. Let's watch this back, Champions League. The demo from Zach to make this play happen. Bubbles off the backboard. Zach gets the demo on Tragic on the backboard, and Bubbles will get the easy goal because of it. Zach's playmaking in this series is top notch. LSV up 2-0, 2:48 to go.
2:48.
I mean,
a lot of time to get back in the game, though. This is a lot of Rocket League left to play.
Oh my goodness! Summit, what a double tap! Rises up,
See?
basically hits it towards the corner and gets the perfect angle. How does that go in?
That's the wonder of this game and the mechanical mastery you see at high levels. You are learning an entire new way of moving a body through space with this physics engine, and it always boggles my mind how easy players make this stuff look.
I mean, yeah, that was a beautiful shot by Summit, but LSV keeping it alive. The offense is there. Tier 1, they are a little bit panicky now that they are down 3 on match point. Can they come back from this? 2:15 to go. It's lots of time for Tier 1, but it's also lots of time for LSV. I mean, the defense from LSV, they've played only offense basically all series long.
I'm not so sure that's a fair characterization after last match, especially with Zach. We were talking about his defense, but right now they're absolutely taking a far more aggressive approach. They're really pushing the high press. They're really keeping Tier 1 boxed up. They've managed to escape the pressure a bit. That's 2 defenders behind the ball. This is dangerous. If Tier 1 can capitalize, right now they can't. Zach's able to get to it, gets to it off the wall. That's for Bubbles. Tragic gets the ball back. Bubbles doubling back. Summit's ready for it. Gets past one defender. Tragic takes the ball away, strips it off him, heading for the wall. That's for Zach. Summit's trying to organize himself. Right now, Bassin gets down pitch. Zach sends it back to Bubbles. That's a good back pass from him. Gets it off the wall. No one is in a position to turn that into a full attack. That was probably intended for Summit to capitalize. Zach's coming in off Summit's touch. That's the crossbar. It's in! Oh my goodness, look how Zach does this.
I mean, the pass from Summit and the accidental touch from Bassin makes this goal possible for Zach. Zach is going off in this series. There's not much I can say. I think that was the dagger. 1:10 to go in this game. Can Tier 1 make an impossible comeback, or are we saying goodnight?
We might be if shots keep going far too high like that. That was a dangerous attack, but the coordination was off, the location was off, and it is actually a lot harder for those of you who have seriously played Rocket League to get that ball in net than it looks. It feels like the post and crossbars are magnetized sometimes. I'm pretty sure the physics engine says, if in doubt, the ball misses.
I mean, that shot from Cubnuts almost in here. I mean, 4-0, 35 seconds left. It might be time to pack it up. Oh my goodness, the save from Zach on the goal line. I thought that Cubnuts was going to be able to get a goal on that, but Zach said not today. We are going to try and send you home with no goals on the board. 20 seconds left. It is crunch time for Tier 1, and I just don't think they have it in them. 15 seconds now. The ball right in front of the net. Bubbles denies it. Oh my goodness, 10 seconds. The clock's winding down, and it is looking like the 3-1 series victory for LSV. Once this ball touches the ground, it is game over. They keep it alive. Tragic clears it downfield. Zach back flipping, the ball still in the air, but it's already too late. And LSV will take this one home.
Well, you know, you had it the other way around, but you were right that it was going to be a game 4. It seems like that first game after Tier 1 took it in overtime really woke up Lone Star.
Most definitely. And we are hoping to get the LSV players in here for a quick interview. But I mean, what a series from LSV. They basically played all of offense that fourth game, and it was just insane. I mean, the double tap from Summit on the goal line was just an absolute disgusting shot. I've never seen an angle like that in my 8 years of playing this game.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you typically see in, in RLCS or CRL. You don't expect it in a semi-pro Discord league on Twitch, which, that's nothing. That's not a problem. That is not a condemnation. A great player can be found anywhere. And my opinion is that leagues like this are great because they give you a developing chamber. They help you get better. You are experienced in a league structure. You are getting reliable reps. You're training, you're scrimming, you're drilling, you're putting together team chemistry, and that just makes anybody who does it better.
It really is. And I mean, hopefully, and there they are. Summit.
And here comes one of the people of the hour, Summit. Congratulations on the win. How are you feeling after that series?
I'm feeling great, bro. Fucking great, bro.
I'm not so sure we're allowed to say that on
Oh
air.
no, I'm sorry. I'm
so,
so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody.
FCC, don't come after me. I didn't tell him to say that. But what was the team's thinking when they brought you in? Because you were a sub after game two. It definitely seems like the team's playstyle changed a bit after that. Can you walk us through the thought process?
Well, basically, we just so since me and Lights are kind of the same salary players, we're kind of like interchangeable, and we just
Hmm.
go with what works. And since the first two games were kind of like we were doing okay, it's like all right, Summit, hop in there, and I got in there and I played my game, bro. So what can I say?
You certainly did.
You,
And what was the team thinking after that first game? Because an overtime loss usually takes the wins out of the sails a bit, but it seems like you guys were more motivated than ever afterwards.
Honestly, it seemed like we all were in just like a pretty good mood even after losing. Like we got on and it was just vibes from the start. We didn't let the loss get to our heads. We were just having fun with it.
Did you do any specific scrimming or game planning for this match against Tier 1, or were you kind of just pursuing LSV's usual thing?
Absolutely not. We just kind of pursued what we usually do. We kind of just played.
I
Well, you
mean, did
certainly
you
did.
did you take geometry class with that crazy double tap angle you hit in game 4?
I don't know. I might just be in honors in geometry after that one. I might have to go get that checked. But nah, that was yeah, crazy shot, all skill, no luck. Yeah.
Wow.
How
I
are you?
mean, oh, nope, you can go. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, how are you feeling about coming weeks? Are there any teams you're looking forward to playing? Is there anyone that LSV has their eye on or has been game planning for particularly, or are you more taking the season as it comes?
I'm more so taking the season as it comes. For y- I haven't really been in scrims like that. This is my first season in scrims whatsoever. So yeah, kind of just seeing where it takes me, what it's all about.
At this rate, it's certainly taking you some good places, especially because that puts the team 4-2 on the season thus far,
Yes,
15 and
sir.
10 individual game record. So you're doing a decent job at staying in contention, especially if you're already tied up with Reapers who are leading Gaia division. Are there any teams you haven't been game planning for anyone, but is there anyone you have an eye in on as a spectator? Anyone you think is especially interesting?
I mean, coming from the SBC peeps, I'm definitely interested on how that game is gonna go if we do go against SBC. Um, I love SBC, but when it comes to this, I'm ready to win it all.
I mean, I would be ready to win it all. And congratulations on tonight's win. You sit at a 4-2. Is there any games you're looking forward to in the season?
No, I mean, I haven't really looked at the roster, so honestly, no.
All right. Well, we
Amanda,
aren't going to keep you for any longer. Good job tonight on the win over Tier
Thank you,
1.
thank you.
And we hope to see you in weeks to come. Champions League, it has been an honor to cast for you guys tonight, with the last game being this one, Lone Star Velocity
mhm.
versus Tier 1. I am your caster, Twix, with KVox. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. We'll see you next
Good
week, probably.
good night.
Tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow.
Technically, tomorrow is next week if you have a liberal interpretation.